I am so excited.
One second.
Okay, sorry.
Go.
I am so excited to be here because I have a very special guest with me. And how can I describe this woman who I've known probably for about 20 something years? Darren, you won't believe it, but because of Elena, Avram and I, our career started with her. So about 20 years ago, Elena?
It was about 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Seems like only yesterday, but it was.
It does. It does. It's somehow I think. Oh, your camera. I think is still. Oh, there. Is she still frozen there, Darren?
It's fine. Continue on. No problem.
Okay, because it doesn't look like she looks like this frame is frozen.
It's fine. It's just stopping and going. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to start again. We are so happy to be here today with one of our most special guests, Elena Quistini, who I met 20 years ago. Was it 20 years, Elena?
I'd say between 20 and 25.
25 years. So the story is that she helped produce our TV show. She gave us her family area, and we planned a birthday party for her mom. And it was her mom's birthday party, but it really wasn't her mom's birthday party. And her mom said to her, she said, "But Elena, it's not my birthday. Mom, if you get a birthday at this age, take it." We went into Elena's kitchen, her home. We had probably close to 100 extra people there with the cameras rolling. And we talked about, food and pasta. And then we had a big Italian birthday party for her mom, even though it wasn't her mom's birthday. Do you remember that day?
I like it was yesterday. And if you remember, my mom and I were in the kitchen making meatballs.
That's right. Yeah. You are a most amazing woman. You've had such an illustrious career. How did it start? Because I don't know, were you always interested in cooking?
Well, being an Italian, food is like and I guess in the Jewish population, the Indian population, food is the main staple of what brings the whole family together. And good food is always appreciated when moms and grandmothers make all this food for the family to enjoy. So I grew up having a love for good quality Italian food. And when my mother developed diabetes and was not allowed to eat pasta anymore, uh, it was devastating for her. So being a little bit of a curious person, I started doing research to find out why she couldn't eat pasta because she was a diabetic. I had absolutely no idea what diabetes meant. But what I did find out is that one of the reasons that pasta wasn't allowed is because it goes into the bloodstream very quickly due to the flour quality, and it raises the blood sugar very quickly, and then it drops very quickly, which is not a good thing for diabetics. When I researched a little bit more and found out that a durum wheat semolina, which is a much coarser flour, takes a lot longer for the body to break it down, which kept the blood sugar level. I did some testing and I had her tested by her doctor after she ate my pasta, which I created in my little kitchen at home. And it worked out well. And so the rest is history. We opened up a shop making pasta so diabetic people could enjoy their family staple, not every day, but at least 3, 4 times a week, depending on their level of diabetes, and feel like they're still living and enjoying it.
Sure. You started with like nothing, a little storefront, and you built it up into an empire. You have been at the forefront of some of the most prestigious, exciting food products in North America and in the world.
Yes, thank God. We did a lot of initial introduction of products. We were the first ones to introduce flavored fresh pastas. At that time in 1981, 82, 83, nobody was actually making a lot of fresh pasta, and they certainly weren't flavoring it. Then we also introduced a tricolored fusilli, which again, nobody worldwide was doing a tricolored anything. And that took off like wildfire. Everybody started doing tricolored pastas and everything else that they could imagine. So we did introduce a lot of firsts in the industry, and we're proud of that.
Oh yeah, I'm proud of it too. You worked with the famous Renee's Gourmet, who just recently passed away. Well, she was an institution, and she was kind of like a Tammy Faye Baker, you know. She was quite outrageous. What was that
Yeah.
like to work with her?
She had a palate that was unbelievable. You could give her any product and she could actually tell you and identify by her taste what was in that product, which I found absolutely amazing. People
Amazing.
tell me I have a great palate too, but not to the level of Renee's. She was incredible. Much like Dave Nickel, he had the same kind of palate where he could identify ingredients in a product without ever reading the label.
Wow, amazing. What keeps you going? Because others have failed, come by the wayside. I know you brought your two children involved in the operation of the company. How come you survived and others didn't?
I think because, in all honesty, I never call myself a good business person because my main focus isn't how much money did we make and can we make more money. My focus has always been, can we do a better product? Will the customers like this? Is there something that we can improve upon this product? And that sort of uh, carried us on for years. When the industry changed and everybody and their cousins seemed to have jumped into the fresh pasta company business, we basically kept evolving into other things and going into food service, going into private label, going into being commissaries for various customers so that they don't have to have full-time chefs in the back. We create the products for them. They bring them in, finish them up in their restaurant. So it's always been, we want to produce the best products we can and have happy customers, as opposed to, is our bottom line growing and how much more can we make? Where can we skim some pennies off the recipes? That's never been our model. So it's got to be the best or we won't make it.
Darren, you've never met Elena. So what do you think of her so far?
It's so inspirational. It's great to see not only someone that had a passion for something, but also female entrepreneurs and someone that's created something from nothing and really expanded. And it's actually a pleasure to meet you and look forward to trying out food and meeting you in person.
Thank you.
Do you have
Thank
any
you.
questions for her? Do you have a
No.
question for her that you may have thought about, you know, just upon a short meeting? Because like 25 years of knowing her, I still have a lot of questions. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I just want to know what is the name of the company? Do you have a restaurant? And what are you doing this year?
Well, the good news is that we are actually moving this year into a new plant. The name of the company is Pasta Quistini. We again are evolving 40 years. We're in our 41st year of business. And it seems like every 10 years or so, we're either moving or evolving and going into new things. So we are moving into a new plant this year, a lot more efficient, I think, and a lot more automated, but basically focusing on tailor-made items for various restaurants and various uh, companies, food companies that need specific things tailored just for their needs. So we're become, as I said, we've become the commissary to the world, creating and producing products just for signature products for each restaurant and each customer, unique products that is they can claim as their own on their menu.
Well, you did our chili. She developed a jerk turkey chili that actually people loved it. They liked it too because she had a mild one and a spicy one. And people loved it. Fiesta Farms bought it and sold it. Unfortunately, we didn't go on with it. If we would have pushed it further, but they were selling out at the store because they loved her chili. And
the spicy was spicy.
It was
so
expensive because you use you don't use
amazing.
You use very expensive products. You use top of the line products.
We do. We don't skim on second rate or substitutes. If it says Parmigiano, it's got to be the best Parmigiano. If it's a turkey and it has to be kosher or halal, that's what we buy. So there's no in between. If we can't give you the best, then we're not going to do it. Because as I said before, we don't need to keep running and running and keeping the machines running just to make a few pennies. We'd rather work smart and give products that people can be proud of and putting it on their menus or into their stores.
Is there a few things that you're proud of in your life? Is as you look back on your life, some of the amazing things. What things stand out in your mind that probably will always be a fond memory in your mind?
Well, obviously, number one, the first thing that I'm proud of is my children.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would probably say the innovative items that we introduced into the marketplace in the last 40 years that other companies have adopted into their own productions and their own products. Obviously, nobody says, oh, we took this from their idea, but that's okay. We know that they have adopted some of the things that we've created, and that's fine. That's satisfaction enough. Again, introducing, bringing the fresh pasta category from a ma and pa operation and made just an in-house operation to an industry that now has been adopted across the world in supermarkets and in restaurants where big businesses are doing it as well. I think that we may have had a little bit of initiative of who started that and who helped bring that to market when people didn't even know what fresh pasta meant. So I'm kind of proud of that.
What keeps your spirit alive? I know you're very spiritual. I know you have a lot of deep beliefs. You are the same woman that you were 25 years ago, with all the hopes and the dreams and the wishes and all the love that you spread to so many people. What drives you? What is that force that takes you to this level of contentment, happiness, and fulfillment?
I think life is too short, and not everything always goes one's way. And there's always people that resent your success and stuff. But if you let that bother you and you absorb all that, it creates a very angry person, and it actually hurts you. I don't believe in absorbing anything. I do the best I can. I can sleep at night with a clear conscience that I've done the best, and I've tried to help as many people along the way that I possibly could. And everything else, it can fall by the wayside, and people have to make their own decisions for their thoughts, their words, their ideas. I'm happy that we do the best we can and we don't hurt anybody. If we can, we will help people.
Well, from the bottom of my heart, I only have such fond memories because that program that we did, pushed us into doing other programs, 3 years of TV, because people were so impressed with that first show. I mean, using 100 people and cameramen and having your personal home and your mom there. Your mom has passed since then, I think, your mom has passed since then. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But the memory, what you just said, of you two in the kitchen making those meatballs, honestly, it brings like a tear to my eye because I still see it. It's even though it's so many years, and I was watching the camera and watching you, and you were joking with your mom about the meatballs and everything. So thank you for creating such beautiful memories for me and so many people. And I never, ever, ever thought 20 something years later, we would still be friends and still have memories that we can just recollect on and enjoy. Thank you for being you. And you have a very special place in my heart and probably 5 million other people. So
thank you, Marty. And it's with good friends like you that life is enjoyable and bearable. And I thank God for you, and I bless you. And I hope that you are in good health and will continue to be in good health.
Working on a kidney right now.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you.
All right, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. I keep my legs crossed. Everything's crossed. My eyes are crossed. God bless you.
Thank you.